Guys, welcome back to the show. Earlier on today, brother KR, he was asking me for an update on the crypto market. I personally could have done the video then. This was about 8 9 hours ago. I could have done a video, but I actually wanted to wait. I wanted to wait to see what happens at the end of this particular candle. Now, when I'm talking about particular candle, I'm actually talking about the monthly candle, right? So we have a monthly candle which is about to close in about 1 hour 35 minutes, and you can see that just here, basically 1 hour 35 minutes. And that's what I was actually waiting for. I wanted to see where this candle is, because if we had any major incidents or any major potential crash or whatever, this would have impacted and actually would have come back down to the $30,000 line. Fortunately for us, it didn't, which means this is a fantastic candle to have. Of course, we've got a long way to go. We've still got the 37,600 level and then the $41,000 level. So we've got all of these levels. I'm not too concerned about those. But the candle closing was very important. And we wanted to see how much the wick is, right? So this is, again, very important to see how bad this wick that we have on the top. And currently is very strong. The wick is very weak. So I wouldn't really be too much concerned about this, all right? Of course, we want to move into the shorter time frames. We start seeing the weekly, the weekly data, right? So if you start looking at the weekly, again, we're above our resistance line. So we are currently making a new support, which is very good. So this could last a few days, maybe even a few weeks. None of this really matters as long as we are above, or as we are right now, pretty much on the same level. We're facing a little bit of resistance exactly where we had on the previous week. I don't see a problem, as long as we don't drop, right? This is absolutely fine. Again, if we did drop, then the level that we want to be looking at is $33,000. If we do not fall below $33,000, this is super bloody bullish, right? So of course, if we do move up, we need to knock out the 37k and the 41k. So I'm not too concerned about all of this stuff. There is one thing that I am concerned about, and I'll kind of show you this right now, is Ethereum. Ethereum on the weekly is kind of lagging. So BTC has broken its previous resistance and it's currently making a new support zone, which is fantastic, right? With Ethereum, unfortunately, it's lagging a little bit, right? So I wouldn't say it's bad. It's actually, the chart looks very good, but it is lagging a little bit. We still have this particular area, which is around this $2,142 level, approximately. This is what we need to smash through in order to make sure that Ethereum doesn't affect the market, because right now where Ethereum is on the weekly, it is actually not quite out of the danger zone, right? So, I know people don't want to hear this, but this is true. We are not out of a danger zone. We've just peaked above a particular, what do you call this? We've just peaked above our, and I'll show you this, what I mean, right? So there's this trend line here, right? So this downward trend line, we've just peaked. We've just peaked. Now, anything could happen here. We might come back down to the particular level here. We might come back down here and confirm. So I'm not concerned about all of this. It's just we need to get back above this zone here. This $21,000 level is very important. We need to smash through this, and then we know that entire market's super bullish. So right now, BTC is showing bullish signs. Hopefully BTC can drag Ethereum up with it, but Ethereum is definitely lagging, as you can see on this particular chart. Another thing I wanted to show you was on the weekly as well, is the total. Now, this is quite fascinating. On the total, we actually have tested previous week. We have actually tested this 1.26, I would say, this $1.26 level. Yeah, just around here, close to 1.27. We've actually tested this a few times, right? And I'll zoom in just to kind of show you what I mean, right? We've actually tested this 1.269. Yeah, so we've definitely tested this level, but obviously we couldn't hold it. This is currently where we are fighting, and I think Ethereum has a lot to do with this particular zone, right? Of course, the other coins do matter, but I wouldn't really look too much into them. But I am focusing a lot more on Ethereum and BTC. But looking at the candle right now, where we are, of course, it's a fresh week. It's a weekly candle. It's currently in the center point. It's still undecided, but if it does decide to break forward, and I think the probability is very high for it to do, if it does break through then expect a new local high, right? And the new local high, as you can see, we can get up to the $1.4 trillion level, 1.49, almost $1.5 trillion level. If we can get to this, then guys, bull market's in. This is it. Just basically hodl tight, because it's going to be really, really rocky. It's going to be really, really good. Now, I did mention something on Discord, I believe, I can't remember, regarding BTC and what could potentially happen, especially by the end of December. So I did talk about how, we could have another good month. November could be a brilliant month. December could be absolutely fine as well, but we might have this potential where we might get a red candle. Now, what I want to say here is, guys, do not panic if you actually see a red candle. It's pretty normal for us to have a red candle. Please understand this, right? After you have 1 or 2 green candles, a red candle on a monthly is absolutely fine, right? Because what that signifies is that we've gone up, we've tested new levels, and now we're coming back to see where our supports are, because supports are very important. You cannot move forward unless you have a support, right? That's very important. So I hope you all understand this, that whenever you see a red candle, we need to make sure that we have a strong support around that particular area in order for us to move forward, right? So it's very, very important. Let me just get you to the daily, show you where we are on the daily. Again, you can see we're well above our previous resistance level. We're now creating a brand new support zone. As you can see here, we're creating a brand new support zone. Of course, we're facing resistance on that particular level, which is absolutely fine, right? Facing a bit of resistance doesn't make any difference as long as we don't fall through. And right now it looks pretty good. I'm not concerned about this. Ethereum, pretty much a similar story. You can see on the daily, we have smashed through the support. Yeah, but we've just need to make sure we break through this particular local resistance from yesterday. And I think we are going to move forward. But of course, as I said, it's lagging. It's still lagging very much. So we want to see the higher time frame, especially the weekly, confirm this, which is more important for us. So other than that, guys, I hope this kind of little mini update was helpful, and it should be very interesting. I mean, look, we're not far from, we've just peaked out of this trend line. As you can see, we're not far. I think the next move could take us to our target of 2,141, if not at least to this particular level, with the $2,000 level, which is going to be very significant for us as well. So either way, whether we go to 2,000 or we go to 2,141, all of this means that the market, the bull market is actually on, and we are ready to move forward. So that time you can just hodl, right? But other than that, guys, that's all I'm going to say today. I would like to observe another couple of weeks. Now that we're closing a monthly candle, I want to observe a couple more weeks and then kind of see what we can forecast for the month of December, because unless we get a few candles in, we can't really see a bigger picture of what's really going to happen in December. So like we always do, we look at a few candles, we wait until the middle of the month, and then we observe, and then we make the prediction, or whatever you want to call it, a projection, what we're going to do the following month, right? So let's see. I think November is going to be kind of fantastic, kind of fascinating as well. Also, I wanted to kind of warn you guys as well, a little bit as well. There has been a lot of inflow, right? So a lot of funds have been going into exchanges. That would be a caution to me. Whenever you see funds going into an exchange during a pump, usually means that somebody's going to be dumping, especially when nobody's expecting it, right? So just be cautious on that one. So I would recommend, if you are trading, have your stop losses. If you are not trading and you have bought some coins or whatever, and you're going up, have a trailing stop, right? So just in case that it starts to dump down again, at least you get to keep some profits, and then you can buy it cheap and then rinse and repeat. So other than that, guys, I'm not going to make this any longer. Like, share, subscribe. I'll catch you on another one very soon. Adios, my amigos.